You know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I was listening to Russ. Let me turn it down. Listening to Russ, and I was like, I really admired how he said how Italians, they are known for this, and I've heard this from even another source, and I love how he said that they just have the ability to allow their kids to, you know, basically live with them so that they can basically grow a lump sum of their finances, and then that child will do the same with his kids, and then also he will take care of his family because he's the river that everybody drinks from. And I was like, that's true, because if you think about it, you know, let's just use the black community. Not every community, not all blacks are like this, not all white. You know, there's some whites, but let's go. So a lot of times what we see is a lot of kids are forced to make it on their own, you know, 16 years old, forced to do it on their own, 19 years old, do it on their own, you know, and then it comes to a point where people are like, hey, you know what, I've been doing this since I was 12, you know, like, or something like that, you know, or I've been working since I was 12. Yeah, that's great, that's great for you. But let me tell you this would be more healthy. And that's, God just gave you that situation. You can't be mad, don't be throwing it in people's face, because you're not going to get blessed the way you should be. And think about this. If that person was working hard like that, with the right father, with the right mother, and then they allowed them to keep on working, keep on growing their business or whatever they're working towards, and allowed them, hey, until you really got your shit together, then that's when you can fly, and then you can take us and help them go to the top too. But that would be so much easier for that child to be successful, you know? That's like a stepping stone for them. It's like, hey, we got the foundation. You know, he's not using them because he's working towards something. Using is when you have nothing but shit going on. Working towards something is when you working, and people know when you working, you know? You can't hang out a lot, you can't do this a lot, you can't, because I'm working towards something. So that's the same thing. I mean, that's not the same thing. So I'm working towards something. So that child is working. So you set the foundation. All he gonna do is build the house, you know, because that child, we don't know how much power we really be having. That's what I'm going to say too. I know I got a lot of power more now, but I still don't know, and I'm still learning. That's a part of the process. If it wasn't, then God would have made me like this. But anyways, you know, yes, God has a plan with everything, but let's be real. It doesn't have to be like that with the right decisions, because we always do something out of God's timing. Like, the reason why that kid didn't have two parents in the home, one reason, it could be like, because one of the parents wanted to get out of God's timing, and first of all, they probably had the kid out of God's timing. That's number one. Then second, they just did things that while the pregnancy that messed up the relationship. So it was out of God's timing. Shit, they was fully out of yoke. You know, two can't walk in the same road with different mindsets. You cannot be equally yoked walking together. You know, we can love people that we don't yoke with, but we cannot be unequally yoked. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Why would I, myself, hang out with somebody that's selling drugs? I got too much to lose, you know, like, what the fuck? You know, like, that's stupid. I would never. But anyways, so I admire that about the Italian. That is amazing of them. And I see why Russ is successful. And you might be like, well, you know, he should have just should have moved on his own. You know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. You should have shut the fuck up. That's what you should have did. And so Russ is very successful. You got to thank his mom, thank the people that supported him, because you never make it on your own. You really don't. You forget the people. Even if you did have to do it on your own for a while, some mentor, somebody helped you. You know. I don't care. So yeah, when you look at Russ and look at how successful his lifestyle has became through his hard work, though. He wasn't just bullshitting, like I said. He was actually working. And look, I mean, you go look him up, shit. And I really respect him too. He's also wise. He's not like a jackass.